play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Going on the ground with Eckler. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Here's Herbert. Airing this one out for Evans. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for L.A. Scoring first, so critical in the postseason. They've got it here 1st and goal. Barkley. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. Barkley again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Eckler. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Decision time, opening drive here. What would you do?
There is no decision for me. I'm the visitor. I'm on the road. I've moved the ball downfield. I've got momentum. I'm going for it right here. Look at that play sheet. Pick out your best play.
And even if you don't get it, then your defense is going to have a really good situation on the other side.
Exactly. And in fact, though, I'm not even telling my defense to get ready. I'm telling them to get ready to celebrate because we're going to score.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
You see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 35-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now they try the right side here. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the 1st of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the 1st on 3rd. Tua sets up to pass it. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins are going to tie the score at 3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the 2nd drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Going a little tennis on me,
I know you. You like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like that.
Really good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the whole thing. I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Airing this one out for Evans. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for the Dolphins.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Tua. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he lost the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Herbert following the turnover. That's taken in by the tight end McKinney. That catch good for only a couple. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Found a little room there as he's out to about the 37. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Play action. It's Herbert. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield, but there wasn't any space available, thus the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. You go tight. You got tight out there. Smash, man.
Now Tua just going to bat this forward on the end around. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give running left is Eckler. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Trey McKinney there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And his kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. That's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As they'll take over with just 13 seconds to go before the break. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with the clock at all zeros, they get the touchdown to make this just a one-score game into the lockers.
And you know what else it does? Besides boost their confidence, it doesn't change your game plan any. See, if they're down bigger going into the half, you may have to revise what you plan to do in the second. But now in this spot, within 1 score in striking distance, you go ahead and keep playing and do what you've worked out all week long.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to a field goal. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward. I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Play action. Now it's Tua. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for the Dolphins. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 2nd and 7, Tua.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down.
And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken at the 37.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, the passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Tua going to throw. And that is incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. The Charger drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. The Chargers on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd and 2.
Herbert, he'll get this out wide to Eckler.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On 2nd down and 4. Herbert, catch made by Slayton. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Flush to his right. He completes it to Evans. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a one-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead.
Extra point forthcoming. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
somewhere,
something else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick.
Don't worry
And he
about it.
brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle.